Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad ZHARFAN ILMI and my number matric is DB220139. So today I'm gonna present or teach you about the theory in the electromagnetism. So let's go. So for the overview of this topic is I'm gonna present you about five topic or law, which is the first one is Fleming hand rule, Gauss law, Biot-Savart law, Faraday's law, and Lenz law. So we go to the first law or rule, which is like Fleming hand rule. So on the top right, they have um, the sign, which is how to use the Fleming hand rule, which is our hand we need to do like this. So for the general concept, a force is created when current pass through magnetic field. We refer to this force as electromagnetic force, which Fleming left-hand rule. The direction of electromagnetic force can be ascertained. The left-hand rule index, middle, and mother finger are positioned such as angle between them and right angle. So for the For the mother finger, we use this to show the direction of motion. And then for the index finger, we use it for direction of field, magnetic field. And lastly, for the middle finger, we use this for the direction of current. So for the additional fact of this Fleming hand rule, we have two we have two hand, which is left and right. So we can observe that the left hand rule applies to the motor while the right hand rules apply to the generator. So we go to the example for this Fleming hand rule. So this Fleming hand rule is applied in DC and AC motor, such as what have shown in the present slide. So um, this is the error is refer to how we use this Fleming hand rule. So we go to the next, which is like Gauss law. Which the general concept for this Gauss law is, according to the Gauss law, the quantity of charge inside the closed surface which is different from the amount of flux in the electric field and penetrate it. So at the top right, they have a image or such example how do we imagine this Gauss law applied. So for the example, the flux through a closed surface is directly proportional to the net charge in the volume enclosed by the closed surface. To put it simply, the Gauss theorem connected to the charge inside the enclosed surface to the flow, which is flux, of electric field line. The net electric flux stays zero if a surface doesn't encapsulate any charge. So, the application Gauss law are mainly to find the electric field due to infinite symmetries, such as the first one is uniformly charged straight wire, uniformly charged infinite plate sheet, and the third one is uniformly charged in thin spherical shell. So for the third law, which is Biot-Savart law. So at the top right is we use this thumb law or techniques to show how this law is applied. So the general concept for this law is, an equation is electromagnetic known as a Biot-Savart law specific that flux density that electric current produced. The vector field B depends on the basic as well as electric current strength, direction, length, and the proximity, referred to the magnetic constant still. This law holds true for approximate magnetostatic field, and the outcome in the B field are in line with Gauss law for magnetism and Ampere's second law for electrical law. So we go to the example for this variable law. The direction of magnetic field always in plane perpendicular to the line of element and position vector. It is given by the right hand thumb rule where the thumb point to the direction of conventional current and the other finger is shown to the magnetic field direction. Some of Biot-Savart law applications are given below. We can use Biot-Savart law to calculate magnetic response even the atomic or molecular level. It's also used in aerodynamic theory to calculate the velocity induced by vortex line. So this Biot-Savart law is commonly used or applied in such conductor for a three-phase typical tower, which is uh, the tower have shown in this slide at the center. So we go to the next law, which is the Faraday's law. The general concept for this Faraday's law, any charge in magnetic environment of the wire coil will causing a voltage that will induce the coil. Not matter does not matter how the charge is produced, the voltage that will generated. This charge is possible produced by charging the strength of the magnetic field. The magnet moves in the direction or away from the coil. The coil moves into or out of the magnetic field, rotating the coil relative to the magnet and others. One way that electromagnetic field, or we call it like EMF, is formed is when the coil of wire travel in the one and call it as a Faraday's law. A magnetic field will be created by the induction current that will work against the coil ability to build a magnetic field. So at the top at the top left, which is like that show a magnet. So they have a coil or a loop and direction of movement that such a application that we use this law applied in galvanometer. So at the other side, which is the formula, this is a formula for the Faraday's law, and then EM. How to read it? It's like EMF equal to negative n, which is um, the number of line, rotation line, and we times it with the total flux, and then over the total time. So the total change of flux over the total change of time. So the example for the Faraday's law is a permanent magnet with a core made of ceramic or anneal coil and thousands of coils in tiny copper wires surround the magnet to form a magnetic base. Installed most frequently a pedestal or instrument body. The string steel on it become magnetized by a permanent magnet and the speaker receives an amplifier output which generates sound wave that human perceive. A magnetized portion of string vibrate at a frequency that causes a fluctuating flux to flow through the coil. An EMF is created in the feed coil and amplified by fluctuating flux. The speaker is receive the amplifier output, which generate the sound wave that human perceive. So basically, this law is applied in electric guitar. How that how it's produce the sound by the magnetic concept that apply in this guitar. So we go for the last law, which is the Lenz's law. The general concept for this Lenz's law is in both cases, the magnet move against the force current work movement and is transferred as electric energy. If the magnetic flux connecting the coil increase and the direction of the current in the coil will be it will oppose and increase the flux and thus the induced current will produce a flux. So at the top right of this slide, we have the example diagram that related to this law. So for the example for this Lenz's law, sorry for my typo, Lenz's law. So this is the example for Lenz's law that applied. the law in this application, which is the maglev. Maglev is a one of train that use the magnetic law. So the surface is induced from the eddy current produced from the field current magnet in the opposite direction. Its characteristics are a repelling magnet and train flood. So I think that's all from me, and thank you. Bye.